Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm back for Scrapbook Boutique and playing with these gelatos. This is the 50s diner set and I'm using the blood orange colour today with this stencil from Memory Box called Texture Dots. And I thought it'd be fun to colour up some paste, and I want it to be a real bright colour, and that's why I've chosen to use the gelato, because they're such vibrant colour. And I'm basically just chopping off a bit of the gelato onto my mat, being careful not to cut my Tim Holtz craft sheet. I'm going to break up the colour with my palette knife and then simply just add the texture paste to this. And then I'm going to use my mat as a palette and mix up the colour with the gelato. And look how intense this gets. It really didn't take me very long to get to this colour. And basically I just find all the little chunks of colour in amongst the texture paste and smush it down, and it just ended up this bright, luscious colour. So I've taped my cardstock and my stencil down onto my worksheet, on my craft sheet, and I'm simply just gonna add the texture paste to this like icing a cake, filling in all the holes of the dots and trying to get it as smooth as I can, just using my palette knife to scrape over the top. It's really, really easy to do. And now, after I've got all that done, I just remove my tape and lift up my stencil. And look how vibrant that colour is. Isn't that incredible? So I'm going to set this aside to dry and go and wash my utensils. And while that's drying, I'm going to stamp up this stamping Bella. She's called Charlotte and she loves to shop. And I'll be doing some Copic colouring today. So I've got my Memento Tuxedo Black on some white cardstock, and I'll be stamping her down and then doing lots of colouring. So I'm gonna keep all the colours as much as I can on the left side so you can see, otherwise head on over to my blog and you'll find them there. So I'll be back when all the colouring's done. So I've cut down my image and trimmed out the right hand side of her because I want to be popping this onto the front of my card. And for my sentiment today, I'm going to be using some Mama Elephant goodies, and this is the Happy Script die, and I'll be die cutting that in some black ink, in some black cardstock, and also out of some foam, fun foam. Now, whoever thought of this is a genius, because I tried to use fun foam ages ago with these fine intricate die cuts and it just didn't work. Every time I removed it out of the fun foam, it would distort, and then when I try and stick it together, it just would be stretched. So sticking the die cut on top of the die cut fun foam while it's in place, literally a genius. It works every time and it just looks great. And the sentiment also, now back on track, is from the Happy Everything set, and I decided that Happy Everything would be perfect for this shopping Uptown girl, because literally she has like 10 bags and she must have everything. So that's just on some orange cardstock, and I'm going, oh yeah, and I embossed that in white, and now I'm going to be adding my card together. I've already cut down my dotty panel now that it's dry and adhered it to my card front. It's a top fold card, and I'm using up that scrap that I die cut the Happy out of to back the actual panel with, and my stamp runner to add some adhesive to both the front of the card and the foam. I find it doesn't really stick very well to the adhesive, so it's better to stick it to the actual card and then add the foam to the adhesive. And some Tombow Mono to attach my Happy, and then I've popped a couple of little bits of spare foam and using my Tombow to add my final little everything sentiment. And that's my card for today. I hope you've had some fun. I know I just had a blast colouring this little Uptown girl, and I'll catch up with you real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.